put that question to Professor Sumit Ganguly at the Indiana University. He's a columnist for foreign policy. Raj Chingappa saying you have no option but to engage. You're hearing from Amitabh Mattu, who says it goes against everything India stands for. These are barbarians, these are terrorists. There is no way India should be doing business with the Taliban. Where do you stand, Professor Ganguly?
I take a position somewhere in between the two. I do believe that this is indeed a brutal, barbaric, and ruthless regime. That said, India has dealt with ruthless regimes in the past. One does not get to choose the regimes one deals with. So I would adopt a position somewhere in between the two extremes of either complete engagement with the Taliban or completely shunning them. Instead, I would adopt a position of wait and see how matters evolve, while making clear to the Taliban that several issues, particularly three matters, will be held in abeyance. Number one, there will be no recognition of the Taliban regime until we get a better sense of how they are going to behave. Second, all aid to Afghanistan is indefinitely suspended, that one should not provide continued assistance which the Taliban desperately needs. And third, India should coordinate its policies with other major powers, especially the United States and critical countries in Western Europe. That should be India's stance, in my view.
Vishnu Prakash, you're hearing different points of view being articulated by our panelists. Where do you think the Ministry of External Affairs and Dr. Jaishankar should stand? So far, after staying away from the Taliban for the longest time, we later tried to open some kind of dialogue by reaching out to the Taliban. Is that something we should build on? Should we stay away, or should we be actually backing the resistance?
Thank you, Rahul, and good to be on the show with you. I am a little surprised about some of the adjectives that are being used at embrace, recognize. We are neither embracing them nor recognizing them nor supporting them. Talking to somebody does not mean that you are endorsing what they are saying. You talk to adversaries all the time. Now, we had taken a principled position depending on the situation at a certain point in time. Nothing is static. Positions evolve, situations evolve, so do positions. And as has been reported in the papers, in the last few months, we had some kind of a back channel communications with the Taliban, seeing how Taliban was gaining momentum. Now, Taliban, chances are, and nobody is naive, I think we should give I'm no longer in the Ministry of External Affairs, but we should give a little more credit to the Ministry of External Affairs. I don't think anybody is naive. We are watching the situation closely. Now that we knew that Taliban is gaining momentum and it is likely that they are going to be in power, and the chances are that they will continue to behave what they behaved earlier. It is a medieval organization. It is a regressive organization. In the areas that are under their occupation before they reached Kabul, they went door to door searching for people who were collaborating, as they called it, with the government. I'm told that in Kandahar, there are people who have been shot and bodies are lying around. In some places, women are being molested. So indications are not very positive. But the Doha group of Taliban, and by the way, Taliban is not monolithic. There are different factions. It's not a group organization. It's a movement. They are making some noises. Why should we rule in or rule out anything? We have a healthy amount of skepticism, but let us wait and watch. And if they are going to walk the talk, even if they provide a half-decent administration, we can always say, look, we will engage. We are not endorsing you, but in the interest of Indian interests, in the interest of the people of Afghanistan, we are talking to you.